Hello! In this video I'm going to show you how to get the KM3Net Open Data using a Python script. Using the PyVO package, a tap service will operate through the Python script and consequently we will be able to execute ADQL queries in order to retrieve the data. So I have already created the script and I have opened it here. I will execute the commands interactively, explaining the actions performed. First, we have to import the PyVO package, which is a library for data services under the Virtual Observatory protocols. The next step is to define the object that will host the tap service. The class for this object is included in the DAL subpackage of PyVO, which provides access to the data services in the Virtual Observatory. The argument of this method is the URL that defines the tap service of the KM3Net Virtual Observatory. So after declaring the object that defines the tap service, we can execute ADQL queries on this. This object, named ResultSet, is a NumPy record array containing the data retrieved as a result of this ADQL query in the quotes. Here I'm executing a very simple query in order to retrieve all the data from the test dataset table. By executing this method named fieldNames, we can get information on what each column contains, and you can see here that the first column contains the modified Julian date, the second one the angular error, and the third the number of hits, and so on. If we print this result set array, we can see the values of the parameters of the extracted events. It's interesting to play around a little bit with these ADQL commands, so let's ask the events with an absolute value of declination less than 10 degrees and an absolute value of right ascension less than 20 degrees, and additionally request those events to consist of more than 90 hits. If we print the results, we find 3 events that meet these conditions. Now, just out of curiosity, let's check if there are events around this first event with the 121 hits. If we retrieve the events in a 1-day time interval around the AND7786 event, we find 3 events, but it seems that there is no neutrino candidate with an origin close to the event AND7786. So that was a brief introduction on how to use a tap service in a Python script. I remind you that you can find documentation about ADQL and PyVO in the home page of this course.